Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2012 series. Currently, we are on episode 12, Wanted, Bebop and Rocksteady, episode 13, The Foot Walks Again, and episode 14, The Big Blowout. But before we get into the reaction, we have to go over a couple of things that I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, I want to explain to you why I'm reacting to these episodes now, because some of you might be confused because these 3 episodes were actually the 3 episodes that aired last on TV for this show. And if you didn't watch some of my other videos or didn't watch the parts in which I explained it, I'm watching this final season of TMNT 2012 in the order that it was intended to be. Because during the creation of this season, the episode order got changed because of the executives, because the producers intended for this 3 episodes to be episode 12, 13, and 14. And I've checked around on the internet to see what people think in terms of which way to watch the show is better, and it just seems genuinely more preferable to watch it in the intended order, because otherwise we would be ending this show on silly filler episodes, because that seems like what these episodes are gonna be like, compared to what the intended final episode of this show is, which I believe is Carmageddon. And I can't wait to get to those, don't get me wrong, we'll get there. Today, by the way, today is gonna be the day in which I react to TMNT 2012 for the final time. It's not gonna be for you the final day, because it's probably gonna be still about a week before you get the final episode. But at the point of recording, this is the final day for me. I'm gonna be attempting to finish off the final 9 episodes of the show today, and hopefully I'll manage to, because I'm already way too late compared to what I was expecting to finish this show at. Because I meant to finish it like 2 weeks ago from the point of recording, which for me it's 14th of April right now, and I wanted to finish it before April even, but it really didn't work out. But yeah, hopefully we'll actually manage to finish it today. And yeah, for pretty much the final 9 episodes of this season, I'm going to be splitting it in 3 episode videos. So, like I said, in this video, we're going to be checking out these 3 episodes. And in the next 2 videos, again, we're going to be doing 3 episodes at a time. Because it seems like these 9 episodes are all 3 episode arcs, from what I've been told. So, it just feels the most right. You know, I don't want to split it forcefully into a bunch of different, in a bunch of more episodes, so we're gonna be sticking with this. But yeah, is there anything else that I want to say about this? I mean, I'm excited to finish off these final episodes of this show, but I'm not really expecting to really care too much about these episodes, because they seem like they're gonna be filler, and from the things that I've read about these episodes, because people don't like the fact that these are the final episodes, I expect that they're going to be very much filler kind of stuff, and not as hype as, for example, the last 2 episodes, which was the crazy invasion of Dreg, which is, Jesus Christ, some of the craziest episodes I've ever seen of this show. But yeah, who knows? Maybe my opinion is going to be changed. Maybe I'm going to get surprised with these 3 episodes. Who knows? So, I guess let's just get into it. Although, again, before we get into the reaction itself, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or on my Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tier I've created for it, you get full access to all of my full-length reactions that I've done until this point, which encompasses almost all episodes of TMNT 2012, will encompass almost all episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist, the 2003 series, and Generator X as well. And I say almost all episodes is because I started doing these full-length reactions a couple of episodes into all 3 of these shows. So yeah, the first few episodes you're not going to have full-length reactions to watch, but for everything else and going forward you will have full-length reactions. But yeah, enough with the stuff that you don't give a shit about. Let's just get into the reaction in 3, 2, 1. Oh, what the hell?
I've had it with these blasted...
Another crossover? Really?
Power up the Technodrome and finally...
They even have the square ratio. Man, I wonder how that's gonna look on my editing software.
Used enough power to teleport us.
Is this canon to the Turtles Forever movie though?
Recognized our disguises as little old ladies. They don't fight fair. The boss is gonna be mad.
Because it would be really cool if this happens at some point during or close to the events of Turtles Forever. That would be so sick.
We'll need those morons for this.
Any crossover or recognition of the existence of the 2003 series in this series is good for me. I'm up for that. Man, this intro is really growing on me. It still feels weird coming from this show, and I still think the other one is catchier, but I like it. I'm starting to like it.
Prepare for the shellacking.
Talk, you two. Where's the Technodrome? Where did Shredder and Krang go?
To a place beyond our existence.
We've seen the evil Captain Ryan episode 5 times already.
Yeah. You said it, little brother. This show's way better than the original.
Haha, yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Hey, that's my Croclo doll!
I still rate 2003 as top though, but that's just my opinion. And also, I like the 2007 movie quite a lot, so that would probably be the second version that I like. So this would be number 3, but I definitely like it.
Robo training dummy that Raph can't destroy in 5 minutes?
It's just that the 2003 and 2007 iterations are just from the era of TV that I just fucking adore.
Face it, without some crazy weekly threat, there's just no point.
There's a point. Just cure the guy behind you, Tony. Are you gonna talk to Splinter again?
I don't get it, Master Splinter. I've been meditating for weeks and I still don't feel any enlightenment or higher plane or anything. I didn't think peace could be so dull.
What, do you feel bored now?
At this point, I'll do anything. I'm dying for some action.
Me too. The Foot are gone, Shredder is dead. I never thought I'd miss the Krang.
Admit it, guys. There isn't any evil left in the city.
You had to say it.
Who would have thought chemistry would be so underwhelming?
I'm sick of staying underground. We need to stay sharp, ninjas. Let's patrol the city anyway.
You know, I have been picking up some weird energy readings in the Lower East Side, so I could run some new scans.
Maybe it's dangerous. I could use a little danger.
I don't believe it.
You said putting an ad in the paper was a waste of time.
What's weirder? Bebop and Rocksteady in this place, or Shredder and Brainiac in this place?
Gino. Why do they look like Shredder and Squishy Krang Thing? Because we are Shredder and Squishy Krang Thing, you don't.
Be nice, Shredder. We're multi-dimensional counterparts of the beings you know. And you might be exactly what we're looking for.
No
We
shit.
can't use these two. This one is scrawny, and this one is so big and conspicuous, he's probably a bigger klutz than my Rocksteady. Full capacity.
Is the voice actor for the Shredder and the Krang literally the same? Because it does really sound similar.
First,
I'm not
we
seeing the
must
same
test your
inflections.
prowess as- Do you think you're good enough to take on the Shredder?
Yeah.
Greatest ninja of the modern age?
Yo, you okay, Mr. Shredder?
I can get up myself, you fool. I was just going
He's the
easy on
fool?
you.
You literally just got beaten.
Good, good. See, Saki, you can find good help these days.
Does this mean we get job? Benefits?
If you can take Shredder, you will make excellent minions to help us conquer the
If they can take the Shredder, why the fuck are they the minions? You should be the
It'd be
minions.
nice to be on the winning side for a change.
Empty the register, all of it.
Don't you know it's a school night? And class is in session.
Don't do it, man. I'll use this.
So what? I've used it many times, dumbass. Good job, Leo.
Being street punks isn't as rewarding as it used to be.
Leo, you shouldn't be taking risks like that.
Donnie has a point. What happened to ninjas stay in the shadows?
Shadows.
Who are you and what did you do with the Wrath?
This city doesn't need us anymore.
Also interesting, having the Turtles deal with the fact that they've defeated everybody.
We hit the big time.
Even the 2003 series didn't really deal with that shit. It's kind of interesting, I gotta say.
Bebop and Rocksteady?
But not, dudes.
Ouch! Ooh! Between the legs. There's not gonna be little Donatellos.
We got these
That's for
guys.
sure.
Turtle power!
Yeah, you clearly need the 2012 Turtles to save your ass.
Styrofoam peanuts? Ooh, bubble wrap!
Oh, bubble. Man, the 80 Turtles are pathetic. Here we go again with that shit. I love that they referenced that again. So, about this version of the TMNT doing justice to the 80s Turtles, so much for that.
Let us finish the job then, eh?
Wait, you can't kill us. This is a kid's show.
What are you talking about?
Crazy One is right. How weak and pathetic they look, huh? Not very sporting.
Fine, let's take these losers back to Shredder and Krang.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is totally bogus.
The turtles ever shut up.
Oh no!
That is such fucking bullshit, man.
Are you sure you saw our counterparts from the other dimension?
Just because you're breaking the fourth wall does not make your decision not to kill the turtles
Are you
any
sure this
less
isn't like the time you said you got
dumb.
chased by a chupacabra in the sewers?
Or when you kissed Renette back in the Wild West?
Or saw Thor eating a hot dog on Fifth Avenue?
Can you stop mocking
And it
Mikey
wasn't
for
a hot
fuck's
dog, but I really
sake?
saw the other us's. Bebop and Rocksteady threw them in their van and drove off towards Chinatown.
Chinatown, huh?
5 seasons, and we still don't believe Mikey. Are you kidding me?
The source must be around here somewhere.
That's one of the worst things that this show takes from the 80 series.
Maybe it's
Lack
going
of
to
continuity for the characters.
I know. I'll just insult these overgrown idiots until they charge the cage and get zapped.
And why would overgrown idiot charge electrified cage?
This isn't gonna be as easy as it usually is.
No, because you're in a more serious show, you dumbasses.
Holy chalupa!
Thanks for the save.
Turtle power! The turtles!
There's more of them?
Yes, they are, Shredder.
Do something. These turtles are actually
Dangerous? Well, don't just stand there, you blithering blister brains. Take them down.
What the heck is this?
Ah, freak turtle ninjas are finally finished.
Now it's gonna be the perfect time for the 2003 to show up. Although they obviously won't. Okay, so, again, I feel like I will have a very controversial opinion. I mean, not necessarily controversial because you guys seem to not be necessarily disagreeing with me with my thoughts about the AT series. Like, you understand why I don't like them, and I'm pretty much of the same opinion that the creator of the concept of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Peter Laird, I think his name was, has for the 80s series. It's just not what TMNT are, in my eyes at least. I mean, obviously, I grew up with the 2003 series, so for me, that is the definitive version, so anything that diverts from it is obviously going to be something that I'm going to dislike. Hell, this show is an example of that, because I thought it wasn't as good as it actually turns out to be, because it gets really better, much better in the second half. Which is also the case for the 2003 series, actually, don't get me wrong. But the 2003 series, the difference is that it still has a lot of good stuff in the earlier in the first and second season as well, compared to the 2012 series, which I feel like it has a garbage season 1, but everything else is actually pretty good. And as for my controversial opinions, I'm not really enjoying this that much. I can't say I hate it, because I don't really feel that strong of an emotion for this, but I'm just not really enjoying it that much. It's not particularly exciting, it's not particularly funny, it's not particularly entertaining as a whole. And it would have been terrible if this was the finale episode, so I'm glad, definitely I'm glad that I'm not reacting to this as the last episodes of the TMNT 2012, because I want for the final feeling that I have for this show to be an exciting and entertaining one, and not bored to death one. And I wouldn't say that I'm bored to death, but I'm just not really giving a shit about this. It's very much how I felt about the 80s Turtles in the Turtles Forever movie reaction, which you should definitely check out if you haven't. But yeah, I don't like the 80s series, and I feel like, especially in this crossover between these two shows, I feel like they're doing them worse justice than what they did in the Trans-Dimensional Turtles. Because in that one, I feel like the Turtles, at least, that episode kind of acknowledged how silly the 80s series could be, but then the 80s Turtles kind of learned to be a little bit more capable, so I would have liked for that to be continued here. But it doesn't really seem to be, because they got pummeled by Bebop and Rocksteady. And it's like this kind of weird contrast between the strength and seriousness of the 2012 version of the characters versus the silliness and weakness and patheticness of the 80s series. Just creates this weird dichotomy, which is just not fun to watch. It's like, why the fuck are Bebop and Rocksteady listening to the 80s Shredder if they can kick his ass very easily? I don't get it. It just confusing. It's not logical to me, thus I can't really enjoy it in that regard. I'm still obviously gonna watch through it, because why wouldn't I at this point, but it's not that enjoyable for me right now. If the 2003 series Turtles were in this, I would have been much more into it, but they're not. Sadly, they're not. And I don't think we will ever see them. Like, maybe at some point in the future, when TMNT decides to do another actual serious take on the TMNT universe, maybe then we could see a crossover between the 2003 and that series, just like how we see a crossover between the two sillier takes of TMNT. Although now Rise of TMNT and 80s TMNT have more in common with each other than the 2012 series. The 2012 series seems like it's in that like middle ground limbo where it's not too serious, but it's also not too silly, which for some people is kind of like the golden middle, I guess let's call it, which is also like one of the reasons why I didn't really enjoy it at first, because that golden middle thing reminds me a lot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where it's not necessarily too comedic all the time, but it's also not really dark enough for me. I like dark and edgy stuff. That's just what appeals to me more. And because the golden middle of the... Because 2012 series was the golden middle for the TMNT, and it reminded me of the MCU, which is the golden middle of superhero movies, that was another reason why I didn't like it. But I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. The point is, this is not particularly exciting for me. I'm still gonna watch it through because there's no reason why I won't. But I'm not enjoying it that much. It's not fast-paced enough, it's not entertaining enough. The jokes don't really land for me. I like the plot of the Turtles being bored now that they've defeated all their bad guys. But other than that, I really don't give a shit about the 80s characters. I don't. And it also kind of bothers me that they give the 2012 iterations of Bebop and Rocksteady their old school costumes. Because to me, in a way, it implies that unless you're exactly like the original, you're not as good, you know? I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. They should have stayed their own unique take, you know? At the very least, like, respect that. I feel like this, in a way, doesn't take the 80s series serious enough, but it also kind of glorifies it. It's the worst way you could do a crossover between those two series, you know? Where you don't really acknowledge how silly the 80s series is, I feel like. Not at least in a satisfying way, but at the same time you kind of glorify it over the current version because it was more iconic. But yeah, I don't know. At least this first episode is not that exciting for me. And it is kind of annoying that this is the first episode out of the 9 that I'm going to be reacting to today, so it's not really making me excited to continue watching, but I am obviously going to do that, so yeah, I don't know. Overall, I'm just a little disappointed, but not surprised. And in terms of our ratings, considering that this is like a 3-part story clearly, it's kind of hard to judge it on its own, but as a first episode, it didn't really do that good of a job of exciting me for the rest of the parts, so I don't know, I'm gonna give it a 7.9 out of 10. It's just not that enjoyable for me. It's honestly even worse than the Monster arc. I actually enjoyed the Monster arc quite a lot by comparison. It's at least very stylistic and unique and memorable, and it's definitely an arc that on rewatch or whenever I'm like reconsidering it and just on second thought, it is actually better than I gave it credit for, you know? But yeah, now let's get into episode 13. The Foot Walks Again in 3, 2, 1.
It's no use. Can't move.
It's some type of protoplasmic prison.
Ugh, smells like sour cream. I hate sour cream.
We better finish off the turtles fast before they figure a way out.
I will commence with the squishies, Comrade Bebop. No, Rocksteady. A quick
Why?
demise is much too good for the likes of our turtle foes.
Oh, you guys are dumb!
And shellbacks deserve something far worse.
Like what?
All right, Shredder, we
Agree. Now is the time for gloating. We are the best, and you are not, you blasted turtles.
we don't take them.
You're so fucking pathetic.
All else we will break.
These two are way more effective than those dim-witted mutant morons back in our dimension.
And you're so much dumber than the versions of you in this dimension. They're so much less entertaining and interesting as characters.
Hey, I can free him if I can get to that control panel. Let's
Well, we're gonna kick your ass in a second.
New brain from my back.
Good job, guys. That was a good one.
I hate it when they do that. That annoys me, Rock. Just gets all up in my snout.
Word up. I hates the ninja tricks too, G. Bebop, Rocksteady, you let them get away, you dunder-headed dummies.
Yo, what's up with all the insults, G? This isn't 1987. We got rights, Shredder. We're the villains union, dog.
Hell yeah.
Ah, it's no nice the name calling. What if I say you look like soft cheese grater, and you look like pregnant man with brains for belt buckle?
Enough with that name calling. It's getting us nowhere.
Have I been in the face too many times? What
Probably.
have I seen?
Don't you remember, Casey? The turtles told us about these guys.
Did they
Come
now?
from another dimension.
April? Casey Jones? No way!
They're like kids. This April is way too young to be wearing a jumpsuit. Are you even a reporter?
No.
Why? Do reporters wear jumpsuits where you come from?
Yeah.
Of course. What kind of backwards dimension is this?
Straight up crazy, yo. We need your help.
Man, I would have liked if we got those iterations of the two characters as well. I know about April, but I actually don't know Casey from the 87 series.
Okay, everybody, take 5.
Man, I really want a crossover between the 2012 and 2003 series. It would be so cool.
Nice big improvement there. Good job, dude. These guys are terrible.
No way. I think when the chips are down, they're gonna be great.
Do you know what that phrase even means, Mikey?
Yeah, something about potato chips.
It would be so cool seeing the 2012 and 2003 work together because they would be so in sync.
Thanks, Ice Cream Kitty.
Although I definitely think the 2003 series will treat the 2012 series Turtles as kids as well.
What is that?
She's Mikey's ice cream mutated pet cat, yo.
Whoa, this place is totally radical. And I dig this new Shredder.
Except for insults. Kind of mean.
No way you two dummies put together a crew without some help. There's
Man, I'm curious to see her reaction to that Shredder.
Let's take those silly freaks down.
No. I want you to gather the rest of the foot. I'll follow Bebop and Rocksteady and find out what they're up to.
Of course, Karan.
I'm at the waterfront. I followed Bebop and Rocksteady. They've got a bunch of weird foot robots with them. They're targeting a secret military warehouse, and I'm pretty sure it belongs
Not
to
so
the first-
secret if they're fucking standing in front of it with very obviously alien guns. Of course it's called 1987.
Ha! Like piece of delicious Kiev cake.
Freddy Krueger? The fuck? Texas, what? Was that a Care Bear? What is this shit?
We did it, dog! For once! The transmat microchip thingy!
Woot woot! Raise the ceiling, home skillet! Can I get the what?
You're surrounded.
We busted, Bebop.
All right, you two, give up that chip. We've got you surrounded.
We ain't going out like that, dog!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh, green machine!
Green machine?
Uh-oh. There's more of them?
Shredder. Holy jalopy.
Foot soldiers, attack!
Let's do this, team. Turtle.
I guess that's where the 2003 Shredder learned that shit. He was also all about the ninja attack. And no, I'm not gonna let that go.
Remember your training. Turtles fight with honor.
Hell yeah! Damn! Okay. Not bad.
Wow, that was violent.
It was. And I love it.
Shredder! You're not getting away from me this time.
What are you talking about, girl? I don't even know.
I don't even know who you are. That was such an emulation of that scene as well.
I will not fight a girl. Foot, get rid of her. She's a bit too tough.
Oh my god. Casey!
Casey! Easy, Casey. You okay?
Just a few broken ribs. I'll be fine, right?
He'll be all right. He just needs time to recover.
All that.
Why are we taking out Casey from so many of these episodes, man? Why do you dig yourself underground? I don't get it.
There's no way those stupid, filthy turtles will find us now.
Why wouldn't they? You're in the exact same location, just in a different dimension.
What are you laughing about again?
Okay, that is already episode 2, huh? Man, time fucking flies with these boring ass episodes. I mean, I'm being a little bit harsh. I know. But boy, am I not really giving a shit right now. I'm barely going through this. I'm sorry. This is some of the least interesting episodes that I've ever watched from this show. I don't like them. I just don't like them. And I think the biggest reason is just because I don't really give a shit about the 87 Turtles. I just don't. I don't. On top of the fact that I just don't like what they are and what I just don't like also what they represent in terms of the kind of cartoon that they are. I did enjoy the moment where they actually stepped up and fought like actual fucking ninjas, but I feel like this storyline here just makes me hate them even more because it shows why they're so bad to me. Like it amplifies all the bad things about the 87 series. But yeah, I don't really have much to say that I didn't already say for the first episode. It pretty much applies for the second episode. I did have a couple of laughs though. I did like seeing the interaction between the Shredder and Karai, although I hoped something more would come out of it, but it was funny enough, I guess. But yeah, there's just not really much to talk about that we didn't talk about in the first episode. I guess, I mean, I don't know. I just don't really know. I'm not really enjoying it. But the thing is, I'm also not really hating it enough, or do I really care about the storyline enough to complain about it? Again, there were a couple of shocking moments, like that are about the 2012 characters that are interspersed in this story that I enjoy, like Casey getting his rib broken, which again, I want to reiterate. Why are they finding so many ways to beat Casey down to kind of not have him in the episodes? Because he and Shinigami got pummeled early in season 5 and they were out for a couple of episodes, and I think they were not in the episodes again because of the monster arc stuff. So why the hell are they taking him and even April out of these stories? Like, at that point, just don't have them or actually include them. Like, don't have them just to get beaten. Although, like I said, admittedly it is a shocking moment, so I did really like that. But that's kind of as far as this goes. Although I guess I also really like Shinigami's appearance. Like, I fucking love her. I just love her so much. So, yeah. I really can't tell you whether this was better or worse than the last episode. I don't know. It feels like an episode that I need to give what was the word for you know how all different numbers are like called prime numbers and whatever the other word for those numbers is? This episode feels like one of those episodes that I have to give either a 2, 4, 6 or an 8 in addition to the rating that I'll give to it. So in this case, I kind of want to give this one a 7.8 out of 10. I feel like I probably enjoyed it in some ways more than the previous episode, but it doesn't feel like an episode that deserves an 8 out of 10. And it doesn't feel like an episode that I want to give a 7.9 out of 10. So we kind of have to go with a 7.8, even though I feel like I enjoyed it more. But I just don't really give a shit about this storyline. And I guess, at least in the first episode, there was a little bit of the setup for the turtles feeling bored, that they don't get any action anymore because they've defeated all the evils and stuff. So at least plot-wise, maybe it had a little bit more meat compared to this episode. Maybe the highs of this episode were higher, but the general level was lower. I don't know. The stuff with like Bebop and Rocksteady, especially when they were walking with the ninjas and when they were going down the elevator, was just annoyingly boring. I'm not really enjoying it. I'm sorry if you're mad at me for not enjoying it. And I know that it's kind of annoying whenever you're watching somebody's reaction to something that you expected them to enjoy or you enjoy but they don't. But I also want to be truthful with my reactions, and I don't want to fake excitement just to like please people watching these videos. So yeah, I don't know. It's not bad, but I just don't really give a shit. I just want to get through this and get to the actual fun stuff with the final 6 episodes. So yeah, let's get into episode 14, the final episode of this boring ass storyline. In 3, 2, 1.
Can they hear us? Is this thing on?
Does it, are you ninja?
Just fight them and destroy them already.
But we're too busy with taking over the world. Instead, I hope you appreciate.
And yet the world does not even know you fucking exist. I gotta say though, those ninjas do look creepy. Their faces do look creepy. Fuck yeah.
We should get a bonus, not all this waxing and sweeping and laundry all the time.
Silence, you fools. The transmat chip heist.
You know, you're gonna push them at some point way too far, and you're gonna get what you fucking deserve, Shredder.
Lights and dots together. Now my socks are all purple.
What?
Again with the socks. That's enough. You two colossal cretins need to bring me crime crystals.
Okay, I'm really starting to get mad at these two dummy dum-dums with their dumb bullying.
You think that Shredder and Krang respect us?
No.
Like we're a real part of the team, right?
No.
I'm thinking when we've returned with Krang Crystal, they will give respect we deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. After all, without us, they'd have no transmat chip, no Krang crystals, no nothing, y'all.
True that. Do you want hug?
What?
Yeah, okay. A quick one.
Aw. Come on, guys, you're better than this shit.
I have an idea. A really awesome idea.
Uh-oh. Your Donnie gets that crazy look too, huh, dude?
Yeah.
Krang,
Why do I feel like Bebop and Rocksteady are gonna be a big part of how they're gonna take out the Krang and Shredder? They gotta be.
I told you not to use my shampoo. I have to order it special.
This is so stupid, man. I can't even laugh, it's just dumb.
Look.
I hate this, man. I hate these episodes so fucking much.
Pretty good, huh?
Really? Excellent. Give them here, you horned homunculus.
Great. Now all we have to do is find it.
It shouldn't be too hard. How the hell does New York pay for fixing shit every fucking week? This season there's like fucking city destruction level of disaster every week. So that's like 5,000 people dead. That is a hell of a big highway in the middle of the city.
You two have earned your place as partners.
Hell yeah!
We made it, baby.
Why am I rooting for the bad guys? I don't know. They're just more entertaining than anything else in this fucking
And
episode.
destroy this disgusting world.
Wait, run that by me again? Destroy the world?
You cannibals! Ho!
Hey, reinforcements! Right on time, guys. Oh, that is so badass. I love it.
time!
Let us destroy these walking statues. I knew it. Just when we had a great thing going, those shabby showbacks have to turn up and spoil it.
We
Got this!
guess again, aggressive amphibian.
Do you have to say everything in transliterated words? We beat you once, we'll beat you again. Shits for brains.
April! Hey, let me go, Stone Bra!
Get off of me!
Some hell would be real nice right now. Come on, 2003 series. You would be very useful right now. Oh.
We cannot back down like the lowly cowards now, Bebop. But Rock, think of all the things you'll miss. Professional wrestling, Chris Bradford movies, and what about Mama?
Yet, I love Mama.
What incredible bad timing to show me that, by the way. Damn! Good job, Rocksteady.
No! The portal!
Hell yeah! Hells to the yeah, sucker!
This is it! Go for it!
Damn! Whoa! Jesus, everybody's going ham! Oh, I love the music right now.
Arrivederci, rock chops! Sayonara, stone face!
Damn! Okay, this is kinda epic. Gotta say, these goddamn storylines in this season really know how to end very epically.
That's what you get for messing with the mighty animals!
I wonder what New Yorkers think about this shit.
Now you got double trouble!
Oh shit!
No, we almost did it. How did it go wrong? What happened? Oh,
Okay, maybe we'll have a different thumbnail. Hell yeah, guys. Good job.
Blithering betrayers! You traitorous turncoats! You...
I've had about enough of you.
Same.
So what's next for you guys? No more robbing banks and working for supervillains, right?
Being henchmen is no good for us. Maybe we become superheroes instead. Very hot right now. Yeah, we save some cats from trees, stop some muggins, and bingo! Next stop, talk show appearances, sometimes apartments, movie deals!
Well, we've got the Big Apple pretty much covered. Maybe try Jersey.
And cars with rims so big, there are no tires. Just rims you drive around on.
I like them as good guys.
Everywhere!
Or better yet, Beijing.
Okay, this thing is over, I guess, finally. Oh boy, that was a chore. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I hated this. In terms of, like, watching through this, like, unless I was already, if this was its own thing, I wouldn't have watched it. If this was like a movie, I wouldn't have watched it. It's just not at all entertaining. I mean, sure, it had its cool moments, and the ending is admittedly kind of epic, but so has been the endings of all the storylines this season, so it's nothing new really for this one, so can't really praise it for something that every single finale of a storyline this season has done. And the story arc as a whole was so fucking boring, and it was annoying with the 87 turtles, and I feel like this really didn't do them justice at all. I feel like the previous episode was so much better at that. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks like that. I don't know. I feel like I've heard that one of these crossovers was good and the other one was kind of shit again, but I'm not sure which one is considered which, and whether I actually heard that or not. I remember watching some review about the different versions of TMNT. I think it was a video that was comparing 87 Turtles with 2003 and 2012 Turtles, which is a video that I am actually going to react to once I'm done with the 2012 series. I definitely want to do that afterwards, now that I have seen the two series that I have wanted to watch. I'm definitely never reacting to the 87 series. God, no. Even if you pay me $1 million, I'm not gonna watch it. It's just so fucking not my thing. I would just be whining all the time, and I don't think that's gonna be enjoyable for anybody. But I'm definitely gonna be checking out that video that compares all the turtles. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about this too much because I don't want to complain or whine about it too much, but I really did not like this. It wasn't interesting, it wasn't that entertaining, and the good moments were good despite the shitty story, not because of it, you know? So yeah, I'm just not going to really harp on it that much. For this one, I'm going to give it a little bit of a higher rating at an 8.4 out of 10 because admittedly, like I said, the ending is epic. But as a whole, it was just as uninteresting and as annoying as the previous two episodes. And I'm just too annoyed to even try to wrap my head around the things that I don't like about this. It's too hard to be able to focus. I'm too angry and annoyed to be able to focus and actually voice all the different things that annoyed me about this crossover. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really feel like it needed to be 3 parts as well. It feels like a filler, 1 episode filler story. And the Trans-Dimensional Turtles already did this shit, but better. Because it was faster paced and it was very punchy with its moments. It was just a better version of this, honestly. Like, sure, in this one we got the Shredder as well, but I don't give a shit about that, so... yeah, I don't know. It was a little better because of the epic stuff, but yeah, I still don't really care about this. But I am really, really excited to get into the actual interesting storyline, which is the next 3 episodes. So let's just end this video and get into that. But as usual, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 1 patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me and have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person.
They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair, and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad for post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you want to enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Coffee account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!